Greetings, Ben Murray here with another edition of SaaS Metrics School. Welcome. Today, talking professional services and our backlog in months. Do you know if it's increasing or decreasing? So, there are a lot of great professional services metrics to effectively manage our services team and those client projects. So, let's talk first. Well, what is services backlog? Well, services backlog is the booked services revenue that has not been invoiced and delivered yet. Now, there is some rev rec stuff here. We could invoice and defer it and still need to pull it through and it'd be in our backlog. But it's that work we still need to perform that we're going to pull from backlog into revenue. And often you hear this referred to as the pull through, right? We're pulling revenue, or we're pulling backlog into revenue. So that's our services backlog. But what is backlog in months? Well, this is an important metric that we're measuring every month with our services team and something that I always looked at as a CFO. And that's the number of months it would take to pull through all of our current backlog, all else equal. So let's just say we have $1 million of services backlog. And let's say based on the current capacity of our services team, they burn or pull through about $100,000 of revenue a month. Of course, that could change, but I look at averages over historical periods to figure out, okay, based on the number of billable staff, how much can they pull through each month? How much backlog can they take into revenue? So I look at that average. So if we have 1 million in services backlog, and let's say our services team can pull through about $100,000 of revenue on average per month, we've got 10 months of backlog. Now, that's probably a long time, but that's that balance between backlog and staffing. And this is where we have to be careful. If we sign up a new customer, how long do they have to wait before we kick off their project? So it's that constant balance between backlog and staffing. So with this, we have to look at backlog in months. Each month, we have to look at our services capacity, that average pull through rate, to determine if our backlog in months is increasing, decreasing. Are we happy with that number? Do we need to staff up and bring it down because we're just not getting through projects fast enough or starting new client projects fast enough? So again, services backlog in months, a key metric that we want to manage with our professional services team. Thanks.